Joshua. I just wanted to reply to your discussion board. I really enjoyed reading it, and I know you had replied to my discussion board, and it prompted me to read yours. Uh, I I find it really interesting your take on Mr. X or Rochester. Um, and I say Rochester just because when I read the novel, I do not envision him as Mr. X. I automatically just process, oh, well, that's Edward Rochester, of course. Um, you know, the whole time I'm reading this book, and I think I mentioned this in my own post, I hate him. I despise him, and it breaks my heart because I'm the biggest fan of Jane Eyre, and I'm rooting for Jane and Rochester the whole time, and it's very conflicting as I read this book and despise that same man because of what he does to Antoinette and how he treats her. Um, he acts like he doesn't love her at all, and even tells her so. Abruptly. At one point, she says, um, after he has cheated on her with one of their um, hands, she abruptly says, "Is she so much prettier than I am? Don't you love me at all?" And he is so quick to reply, "No, I do not. Not at this moment." And if I had someone just say, "No, I don't love you," that would make me heartbroken. And that just seems to me like it would be enough to send someone over the edge. And I can't imagine having to deal with that. Uh, I can't imagine. You mentioned that Mr. X, he describes his interactions with Antoinette as unreal, and he's often confused and he doesn't understand how she acts. Well, and I stated that I believe it's just because she's a unique individual. Other people think that it's because she is insane, that she's mad like her mother. Um, well, while Christophine believes it's because she slept too long in the moonlight. Um, and that is why she's crazy. Um, and I have to still stand by my reasoning. I believe that Rochester told her enough, as you said, now you're being hysterical. I believe when you've had so many people tell you you're crazy for so long that eventually you're going to become crazy, or you're at least going to display acts of madness. Uh, you know, if I had someone tell me every day, well, Monica, you're crazy. Well, eventually I might be. I don't know how you wouldn't be. It's like I work at a high school, and sometimes they'll be like, "Why are you mad? Are you mad at me? Why are you mad?" Well, I wasn't. But if you ask me one more time, I'm gonna be pissed as hell. You know, it's kind of that scenario, or at least it is for me. I don't know. I know you and I have already talked about this, and you said that's a horrifying thing to. Um, it's a horrifying prospect, and it is. To think that someone could drive you mad just by telling you every day, "You're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy," and eventually you're gonna be. It is a horrifying thought. I don't know. What I would say, what do you think about that? But there isn't much to think about. It is terrifying. There is no way to wrap your head around what could possibly come of that. I just I don't know. It's a horrible thing to consider. I think Rochester was in it for himself. I mean, obviously. And I don't think he saw the repercussions of what he was doing to Antoinette. But ultimately, her undoing, it was his fault. That's my opinion. Do you think it was his fault? Or whose fault was it that she ended up in the state that she was in? Let me know what you think. Great post, by the way. It obviously sparked a lot of emotion. So, just let me know your perspective. Thanks.